Hey everyone, the long-awaited Scum 1.0 is finally here, and let me tell you, the island has never felt more alive. From a full map rework to hostile NPCs acting smarter than ever, there's a ton to explore and discover. Whether you're a veteran survivor or a fresh recruit jumping in for the first time, things have changed big time. And of course, with all these changes comes the ultimate question: where's the best loot to grab? Well, you're in luck. The points of interest have been completely shaken up, meaning the best spots for gear and resources are a whole new adventure. We've got new buildings with hidden containers, upgraded bunkers for the serious survivors, and plenty of places to stock up before heading into the wild. So in this video, we're going to break down all the best loot locations to farm in Scum 1.0, making sure you're always geared up and ready for action. I'm quickly moving on to the video.
Very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel.
If you enjoy these types of list videos,
don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos.
Enjoy watching.
Thanks.
One of the coolest aspects of Scum, aside from dealing with hostile non-player characters and rival players, is the trading system. Traders are basically your go-to quest givers, but they are also a goldmine for loot and essential resources. There are 4 main traders scattered across the map, one in the northern part of Quadrant C2, another in the southwest at A0, one in the northeast at Z3, and finally one in the southwest at B4. If you are new to Scum, the map is divided into square quadrants, so make sure to check the letters and numbers to find them easily. When you reach a trader encampment, expect to see plenty of non-player characters. These spots are perfect for picking up weapons, gear, and even vehicles and parts if you are lucky. Not only that, but traders are a reliable way to make fame points, which are super important for progressing in the game. You can also sell your loot to them, turning those scavenged items into money that will help you survive longer and gear up faster. For anyone looking for the best loot locations to farm, getting familiar with all the trader locations is key. Each trader has its own selection, and some might have rare items that are harder to find elsewhere. Knowing where to go, what to buy, and what to sell can give you a serious edge over other players. So, if you want to stay ahead in Scum and build up your resources efficiently, learning the trader spots is an absolute must. One of the things that makes Scum so interesting is how loot spawns follow a sort of hidden logic. Even though it is mostly random, you can predict some patterns if you know where to look. For example, farm buildings are your best bet if you are hunting for farming supplies, while industrial buildings with workshops tend to hold more tools and crafting materials. Knowing this can save you a ton of time when scavenging for essentials. These locations are usually packed with searchable containers, which means you can stock up on everything from crafting resources to building materials and sometimes even some surprisingly useful gear. They are perfect for players who want to get a jump start without having to fight off hordes of other players or deal with heavily guarded areas. It's all about knowing where to go to get the right stuff efficiently. For new players, farms and industrial buildings are gold mines because they often contain a few puppets that are easy to take down with a basic melee weapon or a simple bow. You can clear them out quickly, gather your loot, and move on without too much risk. Mastering these spots early on can give you a solid foundation for crafting, building, and surviving longer in the world of Scum. Hunting camps are some of the most interesting points of interest in Scum. You can usually spot them by a cluster of camouflage tents and a watchtower standing out in the wilderness. These spots are known for holding useful gear, including food, drinks, and sometimes even weapons that can give you a head start in survival. While hunting camps aren't the most reliable places to score guns, they are still worth checking out if you stumble upon one while exploring. The loot here can make a big difference, especially when you're trying to keep your character fed and stocked up on basic supplies. It's all about knowing these hidden little spots and taking advantage of them when you can. For new players, hunting camps are a safe and rewarding option. They usually only have 1 or 2 puppets wandering around, which means you can clear them out easily with basic weapons. This makes them perfect for grabbing some essential loot without risking too much, giving you a solid start in the harsh world of Scum. Towns in Scum are some of the best spots to gather general loot, and if you know what to look for, you can find some seriously valuable gear. Large towns often have police stations, and these are especially rewarding because they usually contain lootable weapons lockers packed with multiple guns. On top of that, you might even find valuable bunker keycards that can unlock even better resources. To get your hands on those weapons lockers, you'll need lockpicks, so always come prepared if you're planning to loot a town. Lockpicks are essential because without them, those cabinets are just decorative. Planning ahead and bringing the right tools can make a huge difference in what you walk away with. That said, towns are not the safest places to roam, especially for new players. They're usually crawling with puppets and sometimes more dangerous non-player characters, so you'll need to stay alert. And if you're on a populated server, you might run into other players hunting for the same loot, which can lead to some tense encounters. Towns are lucrative, but you definitely need to be ready for a fight. Military zones are some of the best places in Scum if you're hunting for weapons and combat gear. Locations like the airfield in the Northwest Quadrant D4 or the boot camp in Northwest B3 are packed with high-value loot, making them prime targets for players looking to upgrade their arsenal. These spots aren't exactly easy pickings though. They're guarded by sentries, which are the game's large combat mechs. That means you can't just stroll in and grab everything. You'll need to plan your approach carefully, whether that's sneaking past the sentries or launching a full-on, well-equipped raid. Because of the danger, military zones are usually only worth attempting if you're already geared up from easier loot runs. But for players who are ready for a challenge, these locations can completely change your loadout and give you a serious edge in survival and combat. Cargo drops are some of the most exciting loot events in Scum. They spawn in a random sector of the map on a timer, giving players a limited window to grab some high-value gear. In single-player mode, cargo drops happen every 30 to 40 minutes, and you have about 20 minutes to get to them once they appear. On multiplayer servers, the timing can be different because server admins often tweak the settings. Getting to a cargo drop isn't easy though. The areas around them usually have increased puppet spawns, so you'll need to fight or carefully navigate past them to reach the loot. Once you finally make it inside, you'll find 6 loot lockers filled with high-tier items that can make a huge difference in your survival and combat readiness. One big thing to watch out for, especially in multiplayer, is other players. Everyone on the server gets notified when a cargo drop happens, so these spots can quickly turn into hotspots full of competitors. That means you will need to be smart about timing, positioning, and combat strategy if you want to walk away with the loot intact. Bunkers in Scum are where you'll find some of the most valuable loot in the game. There are 2 main types of bunkers, and the large ones are definitely not for the faint of heart. They're guarded by sentries, and you'll need to enter a keypad code to gain access. Inside, you'll find multiple loot rooms, but be ready. These places are crawling with puppets, including some special variants. Taking a quiet, careful approach is usually the best way to navigate a large bunker without triggering all the sentries or attracting too many enemies at once. The second type of bunker is smaller and much easier to handle. These small bunkers have less loot overall, but they come without the constant threat of sentries or aggressive puppets. They require specific keycards to open, and the good news is that these keycards can usually be looted from police stations in towns. It's a nice way to get a quick reward without the risk of taking on a full-blown combat zone. If you're aiming for the highest tier loot, large bunkers are definitely worth the effort. Small bunkers, on the other hand, are more of a convenient bonus, especially if you've already cleared a police station and grabbed a keycard. Knowing the difference and planning your approach accordingly can make a huge difference in how much valuable gear you walk away with in Scum. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.